Good morning, guys.
Morning.
So Brian, what's your question?
You added stops, so how can I be an hour and 42 behind when there's really not a set clock up time yet?
What was your route plan yesterday?
346.
Okay. Did you hit 346?
Well, no, you added 30 more stops.
We did that 2 weeks ago. That route plan's been adjusted. So when I asked, you remember earlier in the week, this is a great learning here, right, guys? I asked Brian earlier in the week, did you go over the route with Ray? And you told me yes, but what was the response? What did Ray tell you?
Everything's out of sequence.
Okay. That route plan was adjusted when we added
Mine was
those stops to it.
538, I got in at 540, whereas mine say minus 2.27.
Because yours is data flow. Okay?
Then why
Data's incorrect.
Then why did you put it on there?
Because of your tablet yesterday morning. Because we always put it on the board and then we explain to it. So we can have conversations like this, so we know. Remember all the issues we had with your tablet yesterday morning? Yours is a data blow due to that. Because the information, so guys, what's the importance of getting the proper information in our tablets? This is what happens when that doesn't
My route was on
happen.
there, and then I get to the truck, and my route's
Right.
been recalled.
But this is what happens when that doesn't happen, okay? And I'm not saying it's anybody's fault or anything, but this is the prime example of what happens. Here, I haven't dug into George and Brad yet, but David's is, what do you think David's is, guys?
Which one?
Which David?
I'm sorry, David Lofton.
Oh,
So David, why would you, from the time you got done emptying your load and entering yard to punch out, what were you doing?
Working transfer station.
Okay, so Dave was helping out at the transfer station and went to his punch out time. David Benson, a little bit of issue with the truck yesterday, took some time, but still only missed the route plan by 14 minutes, that's excellent. So if it's explainable, guys, that's fine, and that's all great
I
stuff.
missed mine by 2 minutes, and it says 2 hours and 27.
Again, because of improper information, so. So Marvin, you're okay. Don't let the red scare you.
That's simple math, simple math.
Okay, so this morning, guys, safety training, importance of taking care of equipment. I hear a lot of talk and scuttlebutt in the other room, and we hear it every morning, and we talk about our trucks and what's going on with them. First off, Joey and I have been doing I've been doing QCIs, and Joey and I have been going through the equipment with a fine-tooth comb. We're trying to get upgraded equipment, and we're always trying to get different trucks and spare trucks and whatnot. So in order to do that, we have to submit some reasons why, okay? We're starting to see a lot of dents, dings, bumps, and bruises in all of our equipment. Now, I'm not quite sure that's one of the great mysteries of life, how that happens, okay? But the fleet is starting to look pretty rickety. It's getting banged up, beat up. So what's one of the ways that, what do we want to do every single day when we're post-tripping our trucks?
Write things up.
Okay. Okay, and once that's been written up, who do we hold responsible for that?
Don't
Okay.
point at me.
No, Joey, the shop, the Joey, okay, the tech. Joey happens to be the only tech right now, so. And that's not a bad thing, but we hold him responsible for that, correct? So if that repair doesn't get made, what do we then do the next day?
Right up again.
Okay. Key question, guys. I'm gonna ask this as best as I can. I hear all the scuttlebutt in the room, and that's fine. I want you guys to talk about this stuff. But if there's something that Joey needs to know and you didn't write it up, and George spends all morning telling Dave about it and Joey never hears about it, what good does that do?
You mean about the steering wheel?
About anything. What good does it do? All it is an I told you so behind somebody's back, right? So if you don't approach the proper person or go through the proper procedure, what happens to what's wrong with something or what needs to be repaired?
Nothing gets fixed.
See, that's just in the spare truck, and why wasn't it written up before I even got in it?
I don't know, George. Why wasn't it? That's a great question. So who was in the truck prior to you?
Yeah.
Okay? So as a group, what's the importance of us writing stuff up? So exactly what George is talking about doesn't happen. Whose responsibility is it to write things up? Okay. Who's ever using that piece of equipment? We're behind on our PMs, right, Joey? Why do you guys suppose we're behind on our PMs?
Only have one tech.
Will help.
Okay. So what are some of the things we can do to help not only to catch our PMs up, but also to keep our equipment in good order. Joey's willing to stay, and he'll stay late. We all agreed that Joey didn't want Steve back there anymore. We rotated Steve out of there, and Joey agreed until we got another tech that he would stay late to address these issues. So what's something we can do so that we make sure that we're getting him the proper
If you rate
information?
something up on the truck, you know, Joey comes in there at 6 o'clock, I come in there at 5:30, it wouldn't matter what I put on that thing to write up, he's gone.
Okay, well, he has several duties he has to do as well.
And that thing is, that truck is so dry, you close the
And I
intake.
appreciate that, Marv, but let's,
Even
I don't
the
want this to
brakes
turn
click.
into a bitch session, guys. This is good information, okay? So what can we do, Marvin? What are you gonna do today on your tablet?
I write it up, I've been writing up the thing that the check engine light comes on, yesterday morning going up Horace May Hill, 40 miles an hour.
I'm
fourth
talking
gear.
about the greasing of the truck. Yesterday you came to me with the greasing of the truck. What are we gonna do today to ensure that that truck gets greased?
I've written the thing up, I have no idea what
Are
else
you
I
getting
can do.
write-ups to grease that truck?
Nothing with grease, no.
Okay. Remember, guys, I see the same stuff that Joey sees, so, and I'm not accusing anybody, but I see the same stuff.
I've wrote it up the last
And
3
we all
days.
know that it's always been, it's been a lifelong argument in this business about, I wrote it up, nothing got done, so I stopped writing it up. Do not stop writing it up. Joey is well aware of what's behind back there, and I can assure you that he will continue to try to keep up with that. We do, so let me ask the next thing. What's the importance of hiring good candidates and quality employees that stay here?
Very important.
Okay, why?
Well, you don't have to spend the time to train or go through the waste management process. I mean, it all takes a lot of time to do all that.
Well, how does it relate to our everyday operation too?
Very key.
Everybody else has to step up.
Okay, so we're behind on PM, so what's really important right now that we get replaced?
Another tech.
Okay. Quality tech, or you want me to just bring some guy in that I see walking down the street and grab him and say, come in here and grease
Quality.
Marvin's truck?
That's what we've
Quality.
been doing.
If he's got dirty hands, he's
Well,
not
then-
grabbing one with clean hands.
Okay, thank you. That's what we're not doing anymore though, Marv. We do have an interview for a tech today, and there's another one behind that in the pipeline, so, just to let you guys know where we're at on that. I'm not saying that it's not frustrating, because believe you me, if you're frustrated, we're 10 times more frustrated. And Marvin, we need to get some grease on that truck and get it, okay?
And to get it to go over 40 miles an hour in the mornings would be nice.
That's fine, and
too.
we'll address that again, but make sure you're writing it up so that we have an accurate paper trail of that, because when
9
Joey or
months.
Joey and I go to Brian or Jim or anybody else and we say these things and we don't have any record of it, you know, it's very
I've
difficult.
been writing that
It
up for
becomes
9 months. since I
becomes a
come back
very
from the
difficult
shoulder.
conversation, okay? All right, so what's the takeaway from this morning's meeting about taking care of our equipment?
Write it up.
Okay. What does that include, George? Not just steering wheels, but what else?
Anything, hydraulic leak. Like tire.
Okay.
No.
Cabs, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I couldn't be more proud of you guys. I've had a warm fuzzy all week. I get chills, you know, from our accomplishments, but I opened the door on these cabs. It's disappointing. Not everybody's, you know, who's needs to clean their cabs out. It's disappointing at best. So, and we talked to the safety aspects of having a bunch of stuff rolling around in your cab and other things, and that goes for myself and Joey too, maintenance wise. You know, some of these cabs got wires all over the place in them and everything else. It's very disappointing, so.
Hell, some are missing their dash covers.
It's important to keep our cabs clean, for many reasons. Number one, first and foremost, glass comes to mind. What's important about that? If you guys need some Windex, just ask. I'll pay for it. Okay? All right.
Like some of the trucks have their chocks, wheel chocks in the cab, and that's a no-no.
Well, we're building holders for those. We got,
Could you talk about the
measurements for,
stuff flying around in the
for,
cab?
yep, and that's a great point, George. Yours go in your toolbox, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
So, but we are building holders for those chocks that we got the specs for, so. You could